Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Connie and I like to crochet plushies. I am the owner of Crochet with Con. I'm Con. And I wanted to do a week of my life crochet. If you haven't watched my other videos, I have an upcoming market on September 21st. So it's about 2 weeks away. So I really need to get everything I want to get done. And I wanted to take you guys along with me. I didn't film anything last week because I didn't do anything. I mean, I crocheted, but I didn't get any whips done. So I really had nothing to show you guys for last week. So I'm gonna show you exactly what I did get done last week and then start this week off. It's Monday, so I wanna do a full week of everything I can get done. It's gonna be a really busy week for me this week. So hopefully I'll be able to get a lot done, but I think I really have to not procrastinate and not go on my phone, basically. My last video, I showed you just the Totoro bodies, and so I finally got all of the pieces sewn on. So ears are on and the tail are on, and I did that for 6 of them, but as you can see, they have no face still, so this is priority for me to get them done this week. So the pattern, it's made for like a 2 Totoro and not the big one that is the most iconic. I just make it in the iconic gray size, gray color, sorry, gray size. So the pattern doesn't come with a leaf, but I like to make my Totoros with the leaf because that's what the big one has on his head. So I do still need to crochet all the leaves, sew them on, and then add the face and the little upside down triangles. So there's still a good amount I have to do for them, but they are easy. So I'm sure I can get them done. I want to get them done today. I do have to go out later, but when I'm back, I'm gonna prioritize doing these. I do have to cut out some felt for the eyes, but everything else should be easy. So I have 6 of these, and that's what I was working on last week. And same with last week, I got into my first pattern test, which is so exciting because I had only applied for a couple pattern tests. I had never gotten in, but then this one I finally did get in. Also, I have an issue because I never have anybody to tag. So if you are willing to let me tag you in pattern tests, let me know. I would greatly appreciate you, and feel free to do the same with me. You can tag me in whenever. But yeah, so this was my first pattern test and it was really cute. I did finish it already. The pattern is out now, so I will link the pattern below if you are interested. I highly recommend it. So this is the pattern. It's a little rabbit and a little cat, and the pattern comes with accessories. It comes with this sun hat and this skirt. This bag I just freehanded, but yeah, this is what the pattern comes with, and so cute. I'm debating if I want to make a bunch of these and then make them kind of like build your own bunny cat station, but you can choose between like the hat, the skirt, or the bag. And then if you want to add extra details, so this one has a hat and a bag, you would just pay like a little bit extra for the extra accessory. But I don't know, because they are small, so I don't want to price them too high with the accessories, but obviously accessories take a little bit longer. So I'm just playing around with it. I don't know for sure if I'm going to do it. Oh, also the cat is, I just turned it into a calico cat, but the original pattern is just a brown cat, I believe. So yeah, if I do end up doing that, I do have to make a bunch of accessories and a bunch of bodies. And then the only other thing is I might move their little arms. So these are their arms. I might move them to the side, maybe. Or do you guys like it more in the front? Kind of like a let me know. Although I think by the time I post this, I would have already made some. So maybe I'll let you guys know. But also still let me know. And yeah, so cute. The pattern was so easy to test and she's so great, so sweet. So I highly recommend. The last thing I got done in the last week was I started Eevee. So I made 4 Eevee bodies. I didn't make any of the other details though, so there's still quite a lot left to crochet for these Eevees. This is the Shinecraft slash JM Adorable Plushies mod to turn Shinecraft's Pika pattern into Eevee. So that's what this is. I might actually make Shinecraft's Pika pattern. I do have the big Pikachu that I made a couple weeks ago. I think it's like my third video, but that one takes me a while, and like I said, I only have like less than 2 weeks left before the market, so I don't think I have time to make another Pikachu, but I could make her tiny Pika because these ones don't take me that long. This isn't one piece, but it's really easy to sew on. If you would like to mod it to make it one piece, I think it'd be really easy. So yeah, so I'm making 4, and I think I want to make these. I want to finish these this week as well. So I will prioritize like crocheting the ears. Oh, I was like, are the ears the only piece? But no, Eevee has a big tail too, so I'll do that. And then I know J&M Adorable Plushies also has all the other mods for all the other evolutions, and I've never made them before because I've never had the right color selection, but now I think I have enough for like a Sylveon. I think I have all the colors I need for that, and maybe, well, I definitely have the colors for like a Jolteon and Umbreon. I'm just like never made it, but they might be good to add to my collection. But for right now, I'm gonna prioritize finishing these Eevees before I start the other evolutions. So that's that. And the last thing I did last week before we start the new week today is I've crocheted 2 bao or dumplings, whatever you want to call them. 2 little, oh my, oh, okay, is that I made these 2 buns, these 2 dumpling buns. I do need to add faces on them. These ones I'm just gonna use yarn and I guess embroider a little face, but I do switch off. Some have embroidered faces and some have safety eyes, and I guess that makes these baby safe, but technically I don't really prioritize making baby safe items because that's not what I've really done so far. I like the look of safety eyes, but yeah, I'm gonna embroider a couple faces on these, and I am working on more of these. I also want to make a big size with jumbo weight yarn, so that will be coming soon as well. So the plan for today, I want to make and finish prepping Triceratops so that I could just check it off my inventory list, and I do still need to continue making chicks. I do an inventory count every time. I do like update my inventory count every time I make it and finish a plushie. My issue is for variations, I don't mark down the variations. So for my chicks, I wanted to bring 20 to my market, but I don't know how many mallards I've made so far versus yellow chicks, and that's an important number for me to know, and I just don't. So I don't know how many chicks I still need to make and how many mallards I still need to make. I'm just gonna go off of vibes, I guess. I don't know. Not recommended to go off of vibes, but that's where I'm at right now, is the vibes are talking. So yeah, that's my plan for today. So I started working on my Triceratops. I just wanted to give an update because I am about to leave, and I just want to show you what I got done. So first of all, the Triceratops, I am making a rainbow of Triceratops just because I don't have a rainbow of anything really besides like the octos and maybe I guess the whales, but I like looking at the rainbow piles. Like every time somebody on Instagram posts a rainbow pile of crochet items. I'm like, wow, it's just so cute. And I never really do it because I'm scared of like selling like not as popular colors, but I was just like, screw it, let me just do it for fun. And I'm sure somebody someday will want them, you know, so I really shouldn't be too worried. But let me show you. So I've been making Triceratops. So basically I made just the front of their faces all at once so that I could pop the eyes in and then crochet all the horns at once, put them all in once, and then finish them. So blue one, which I think will be popular. And then I'm using this green. There's like really light green. Third, which is the dark green, which I also hope will be popular. I don't know. And then lastly, oh, not lastly. Next is the yellow, which is the one I was a little afraid of because I've heard that yellow plushies aren't as popular if they're not like yellow in nature. But lastly, one in this bright hot pink, which I don't know, he doesn't look that cute right now, so I'm hoping the white will make him cuter. But yeah, so I made the 5 Triceratops heads. I just have to do the horns, put them in, and then finish these up, ideally by tonight. I started on one of the chicks, like I said. I'm working on this one, and then I think I have another one around here. I don't know, but I made 2 yellow chicks, or working on 2 yellow chicks. And then I discovered that Annie Caraway Art, who is the original pattern creator for the Loaf Cats, like the famous Loaf Cats, has a free pattern on her YouTube channel for this pigeon. And I live in New York City. If you live in any city, it's like pigeons. Oh, it's like pigeons everywhere. And so I was asking around my friends, I was like, do you think New Yorkers would want a pigeon plushie? And they all kind of were like, yeah, maybe, you know. So I started making one. This is where I got up to with the pigeon pattern. I myself am very scared of pigeons, but I know a lot of people who like the pigeons, so this is for them. Personally, I'm a scaredy cat, so I run away from pigeons, but yeah, they've been getting bolder and bolder by the minute. I think it's getting cute. However, my issue with this is that this pattern has taken me a little bit. I haven't tied myself yet. I figured I would tie myself the second time I do it, but it is taking me a little bit, probably because it's my first time, but also I think with the color changes and everything, it will take me longer. But if you look at it size comparison wise to my mallard, which I sell for $15, they are basically around the same size. The pigeon is slightly taller, but approximately they're the same size. And this mallard I sell for $15. I don't know how long this takes me, but I don't think I can sell this for $15. So I don't know if I should keep making them because they are small, so I don't want to charge that much more, but I don't think these will be worth $15 for my time. I don't know, but I would size up. I could do like a Sweet Snuggles because I do have this gray and this light gray in Sweet Snuggles, but I don't have this purple or this emerald. The closest to the emerald was that green that I was using for the Triceratops. So I don't know if I should just try to size up or if I should double up on my Premier yarn. This is all ifs. I still haven't tied myself. I will tie myself for the second one. Let me just finish this one up first. I'll tie myself for the second, see how long it takes me, see how much I can get for it, and then I'll make my decision from there. But yeah, he's coming along. He's almost done. I just have to close him up and add the little face details. Yeah. And then last thing I was working on was I basically scatter the whale pattern from All From Jade around as I'm working on stuff. So whenever I like am getting bored of sewing or something and I just want to crochet something small, I just do the whale pattern because it's easy and it doesn't take up that much yarn, and I can finish the whale top very easily, very quickly. So I thought I was doing that because I was sitting around and I was like, I should make something, but I don't know what to make. So I was like, okay, whale. I made the octo pattern by accident instead. And if you didn't know, I already made 15 octos, so I am good on octos, I think. But you know, what's another octo? And purple is always popular, so yeah, accidentally started the octo. And then I realized, so that's when I finally pulled up the whale pattern again, because I was like, where did I go wrong? I went wrong like the third round. And so this is like the top of the octo that I was trying to make. But yeah. And this was all of the purple I had on my skein, so that's always why I gravitate towards these two small patterns too, just to finish up some skeins. Same thing here. This is all the blue I have left, so I'm working on a blue whale. This one I already have the eyes in, so I do have to just switch over to the white, close them up, and I'll have another whale in my inventory. Okay. That was the update. I will talk to you guys either later tonight if I get a lot more done, or tomorrow morning. Hey guys, it's 2 days from when I first started the video on Monday, so it's Wednesday today. I was gonna give a really good update for Tuesday. I had so much planned on like what I was gonna crochet, what I was gonna get done for my prep, and then I got chosen for jury duty. So I was a standby juror, so they didn't know what day I was going to go in. And finally I called in Monday night and they said I had to go in Tuesday. So it kind of just ruined my whole plan for the day. Had jury duty. I tried to crochet there, but I was so exhausted. It was really cold. I was freezing my butt off. I was tired. I was hungry. And so I really didn't get any crochet done really. Let me show you what I actually did get done. So I had brought a yellow yarn to make chicks, and I had gotten up to the feet, so I didn't do the bobbles yet because I didn't bring the orange, and that's where I got up to. And then I was like, forget it, I'm so tired. You know, I originally was just gonna cut the yarn, make another chick, and like later on like tie on a new skein, but I was just so tired. I was like, forget it. That's all I did the whole time I was at jury duty. So yeah. And then once I got home, I knocked out and I didn't do anything. So today's Wednesday, and my goal for today is to, I don't know if I said this on Monday, but my goal is to finish my Eevees, the ones that I prepped here. So I still need to make the ears and the tail, sew them on, as well as put in the face. And that's my goal for today. And then I started working on a bunny Monday night / Tuesday afternoon. And so I got the ears done. And so I'm gonna work on the rest of it today. I wanna finish the body and the head at least and go from there. The bunny I'm making I'm gonna make her an outfit. I'm gonna make her a raincoat. So yeah, it's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a lot of my time, but I really want to make a bunny. I feel like I've been focusing a lot on like the smaller items, but I do want some eye catchers at the market to bring people in. So I figured a bunny is a really good eye catcher. I feel like everybody loves a good bunny. So yeah, that's the goal for today, those two. I do want to finish the Totoros, but I don't know if I'm gonna finish it today because I do have to felt in again. Like, I just don't want to felt, truly. But I'm so close to finishing the Totoros that I might as well just do it, you know, force myself to do it. And yeah, I will talk to you guys in a bit. Hi. Okay, so it's been a couple hours and I got a lot done. Nothing I said I was gonna get done because I realized I needed to get some of my smaller stuff still done that like was laying around my table. So I wanted to get that out of the way before I started making more stuff. even though these are still whips on my table, you know, whatever. It made sense in my head. So the first thing I got done were my booty turtles. Booty turtles are a hit for me, so I'm gonna continue to make them until they're not. And I mean, I'm hiding all of them off screen, but I'm carrying all my kids basically. This looks so funny. Okay, so as you can see, I have a lot of booty turtles in my arms. I actually have 9. Okay, I'm gonna throw them all on the table. I have 9 booty turtles, and I had already gotten all the bodies done prior to this week, but I didn't have any of the shells done. So that's what I did. I made all 9 shells. I'm gonna pick up each of every color that I made. I think these are the 4 colors I did. The green, oh, the pink is the only new addition. I've never done a pink shell before, and I don't know if I like it that much because there's not as much contrast between the mushroom like base color and the pink, whereas I think the blue and purple look really good. And then I have made a green before, but I ran out of green from Parfait Chunky because the last time I ordered from Parfait, Keychain was out of stock. Oh my god, I just dropped one on the floor. But I just placed another Premier order just for Poppy and Keychain because those were the 2 that I was missing. And then I think I got a little bit of cream as well. So when that comes in, I'm gonna be making more of this turtle maybe, or I'm just gonna do the typical turtle colors. So green body. Yeah, it is. Okay, green body, brown shell. That's what I'm gonna do for the rest of the booty turtles I need to make. I think I need to make like 6-ish. That was like my goal for this market, and I think I can hit it, but we'll see. Okay, let me move all these turtles out the way. I need to buy a new bucket to hold my inventory because I have no more buckets already to fit my inventory, which is confusing because how did I fit it in the existing buckets I already had like prior to this? I have no clue. But yeah, I need to go to Target, buy another bucket. I do know that Costco like black and yellow buckets are really popular. I might look into getting those as well. But for right now, I need like a quick fix. So I'm just gonna go to Target and get a bucket probably later today, if not tomorrow. We'll see. Okay. But moving on, the next thing I was working on were the Triceratops that I was showing you. I'm not finished with them. I still have to fasten off for all of them. I think this green one came out really cute, but I'm actually like, I have no more of this green, which is funny because this is my first time doing green Triceratops, and I think it's very cute and probably accurate to a Triceratops color. So yeah, this is the green, and then I'm literally making the yellow. What's going on here? I'm making a yellow one as we speak before I turn on the camera. And then I made this hot pink one, which I kind of regret because does he look a little too crazy? Like hot pink is maybe too crazy for a Triceratops. But I'm hoping maybe somebody will like that it's like out there. But I don't think I'm gonna make another hot pink one. If anything, I'll make. And the reason I did the hot pink instead of the baby pink was the first time I did a Triceratops, I did the baby pink. But somebody asked me if it was a pig. And I was like, I guess maybe it could look like a pig. So I tried the hot pink instead, but I think the baby pink looks better. So I don't know. Should I make another hot pink or should I do the baby pink? I mean, I don't really mind that he thought it was a pig. Like, people can think whatever they want of any of these crochet items, you know? But I don't know. We'll see. Oh, and then I worked on Mabel chickens. So I made 5 Mabels so far. I actually made more of the bodies already, but I haven't completed them, so I'm not going to show them. But I have 5 here that I'm like fully done with, you know, with the little comb and everything. So these are my Mabels. I make like fat Mabels. I know the original pattern is like smaller, but I like to make them big. So right now I'm like in stress mode because I realize I'm like planning out my next 2 months, and I'm going on vacation soon. And then right after vacation, I have like maybe like 3 days before I have my next market. And I'm nervous because the amount of inventory I have right now is like not even that much for one market, let alone enough to fill 2 markets worth of products. So I'm stressing a little bit, but you know, I'm just gonna do what I can. But I am gonna go on like serious grind mode. Like maybe hopefully I can bring some yarn on vacation with me, and then I can crochet like at the airport or something like that. I don't think I can crochet on the actual plane because I get really motion sick. I have really bad motion sickness on like anything that moves. Planes are included in that, so I don't know if I can actually crochet on the plane or if I'm just gonna be nauseous and just like wanna sleep the whole time. Obviously it would be a really good productive way to spend my time on the plane, but also like, how are you guys like bringing scissors on the plane? Or are you doing like nail clipper? Do they allow nail clippers on instead of like scissor? I don't know how people are doing it. I have to look into it. I got home at like 10 p.m. so I didn't get that much done, but at the same time I think I got a good amount done. First of all, I put my Totoros over here. I moved my Chopper and Kiki out of the whip station because I just wanted to put them over here. As you can see, I cut the felt. I cut the felt for the Totoro eyes. I haven't glued them yet because I usually do it with a glue gun because I think it works really well with fabric on fabric versus like an E6000. But I don't want to whip the glue gun out at 2 a.m. It's just, I don't want to deal with it right now, so that's going to be a tomorrow problem. But I'm leaving them over there to marinate with their eyes. They're definitely like not near done yet. So I have to glue the eyes, I have to add the little triangles on their bellies, and then I have to add a leaf on all their heads. So there's still quite a couple steps before I'm finished with them, but it's getting there. And then for the Eevees, I crocheted all of their tails and I sewed them all on. So as you can see, they all have their tails, but you can also see none of their ears are on their heads or their face. I ended up only crocheting 4 ears so far. And then I gave up because this black is really bad. It's like the really waxy one, and I'm trying to get rid of it, but it's really difficult to work with, so it started hurting my hands after only 4 mini Eevee ears. So I took a break from that. I'll probably keep working on the ears tomorrow and then sew them on with the faces and everything. It won't take that much longer to finish these Eevees, so I'm really happy about that. So while I was waiting on while I was taking a break from my hands from the black, I finished sewing up, fastening off my 3 Triceratops that I've finished so far, so I can now add them to my completed inventory, which I'm really happy about. I do still have the 2 other colors that I was working on, but I think I'm gonna make another round of Triceratops. I think I'm gonna do the yellow again because I actually like the yellow Triceratops quite a bit, but I might do a coral Triceratops instead of the bright pink. Bright pink, and see how I like that instead, so that I will be close to hitting my inventory goal for Triceratops. Yeah. Oh, this one's upside down, but what can you do? And then last thing that I worked on was the bunny that I was talking about. I showed the ears earlier, and so I did start working on the body. So this is where I got up to. It's so funny because this actually looks like a really perfect bunny head if you flip it upside down, right? Doesn't it look so good as a bunny head? But no, this is the body. The pattern is by Studio Stitch CA, and you do have to sew the head onto the body, but that's okay with me because I'm used to sewing on like tons and tons of pieces, especially when I make characters. So I'm kind of used to it, but I am modifying the pattern to make it less sewing. So in the pattern, she originally makes you sew on the arms and the ears, but I'm just gonna crochet them on just to cut out a little bit of sewing so that maybe I can finish this quicker and then make the raincoat. And then I'll have like a medium / largest item. I already consider the Totoro a medium size item. I technically consider it that because of the price point I put it at instead of the size, but obviously size plays into price. So yeah, that's them. And then this is the bunny. I believe that was everything I finished. Maybe after I shower I'll feel invigorated and try to crochet some more stuff, but other than that I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, it's the next day and I just wanted to give a quick update because I'm probably not going to be able to update for the rest of the day. I'm going to work and then I have plans to go to a Broadway show today. I'm excited. It's going to be Hadestown. I don't know if you've heard it or if you want to watch it or have watched it, but I'm really excited for it. And then complete change of plans again. I thought I was going to come home and crochet like crazy, but I'm actually going to stay over at my friend's place today. So that basically means I'm going to get not as much done because I don't have all my crochet stuff with me. I am going to bring yarn. So my goal is to bring like 4 yellow skeins with like an orange to make as many chicks as I can, because these, I realize I don't have that many of them and these are a bestseller, so like I don't know why I wouldn't try to make as many as I can. So that's the goal. I'm gonna make as many of these little guys and hopefully I make like 10 or something. And I think this is a good option for like chilling with my friend because I can kind of crochet easily without thinking too much about the numbers, as well as like hanging out with my friends. So yeah, that's basically all I'm gonna get done today. Right now all I've been doing is like adding the comb to my Mabel chickens, so I just have to hide these ends now, but that's what I've been working on. And so I'll have a couple more Mabels ready and added to my inventory, but that's basically all I'm gonna get done. I have to get going soon. So I will probably see you guys tomorrow, hopefully with 10 extra yellow chicks in my inventory. And yeah. Oh, I also finished up this little octo. I do still have to add the blush, but other than that, I'll have another octo to add to my inventory as well. I am back home from my sleepover. I stayed over for 2 nights. 2 nights or 3 nights. When did I go over again? Maybe Friday. Anyway, it's Monday and I got home yesterday night and I was tired, so I didn't want to pick up the camera to film, but I wanted to show you what I got done over the weekend. Like I said, I had only brought this yellow yarn to make chicks and my goal was to make 10 of these. I did not hit that goal, but I got really close. So also I finally whipped out these like my collapsible buckets because the market's on Saturday, so I need these buckets out anyway because I'm trying to figure out my display. So better way for me to show you guys the amount of product I've made. Oh. So let's see how many checks I made. So I made 9, very close to the 10 amount. I'm very proud of myself because I got that all done at a sleepover where like I really didn't have anything, so all I did bring was yellow and orange yarn. And I'm currently working on my 10th, so I will hit the 10 mark, just not over the weekend. And then yesterday night when I got home, I finished making those Eevee ears and I finished my Eevees. So I have 4 Eevees. This is what they look like with the ears and the face. I actually changed up the blush. So normally when I made Eevees, I would make them have blush across 1 stitch. Sorry, let me move the chicks. I would have blush across only 1 stitch, but I did 2 stitches this time and I think it makes them look cuter. So I'm happy with the 2 stitches and I made 4 of them. So I am set on Eevees, I think. I don't know how popular they will be with like at a regular market, so I guess this is the test run. I think 4 is a good amount. I do have a little bit of this like sand color yarn left, and the way I like to crochet things is I like to finish a skein if I can. Like if I'm pulling out a skein from my shelf, I want to finish it. And so this is all the yarn I have left for the sand color. So I'm like, this might be able to make one more Eevee. So I'm tempted to just make another one and have 5 Eevees so that I could just finish up this yarn. But oh, somebody is calling me. So I'm tempted to just make one more Eevee and finish up this yarn, but I'm not gonna do it until after the market's over so that I don't waste time on extra Eevees when I don't even know if they're gonna sell well. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave it out next to me for now because I'm gonna finish up using it. But I think this is enough for one Eevee. Let me know. So that's everything I got done yesterday, and like, so Saturday, Sunday, that's everything I got done. Today I want to work on finishing the Totoros, and I want to get more like mini items left done. I still have some that's on my list that I want to make more of before the market, and I really need to work on my bunny. I originally, on my like inventory forecast, I wanted to have 2 bunnies with different outfits, but right now it's looking like I won't be able to make 2 and I can only finish the 1, but we'll see how I feel. And I'll check back with you guys in a second. Hey guys, it's been a couple hours and I have 6 Totoros with me. Completed Totoros. So they don't really fit in this bucket either. Maybe I need to get the even larger buckets, but I don't think I need them for markets necessarily, so this will have to do. But basically, this is what the Totoro looks like, complete with his little leaf, and I added his little triangles on his belly. So this is what they look like. I have 6. I originally forecasted 5, but again, I like to finish a skein when I open one, and so with this ash skein, you can literally make exactly 6 Totoros. I haven't like completed the skein with the 6, so that made me really happy because I just get rid of the skein right after I finish like starting it. So 6 Totoros complete. I wanted to work on more Mabels, so boom, I have 5 more Mabel chickens here with me. This is how they're looking. Just a cute little chicken. 5 more Mabels. Hopefully they do well for me again at this market. Okay, and last thing I worked on was a couple whales. Like, I just work on these sporadically when I feel like it because they take me like very little time. I don't remember how long it takes me. I think it's like 15 minutes maybe to make one. So I made 4 mini whales, and these are all from Jade, her free pattern, and these do really well for me. I charged $8 for them. But yeah, that's everything I got done for the day. I'm gonna make it an early night because I'm tired. And I do need to work on more like the business side of the crochet business, so I'm applying to a lot of markets. A lot of them are opening up for the next year already, so I have to update my portfolio if I have any extra things I need to add on there, and then start applying really. And then I've been trying to make Etsy listings, like draft ones, to post. I'm not gonna do like a big shop update. I'm just gonna put the listings up, have something on my shop if people want to buy, but have them know like I'm not gonna be here for like a while. And also just to let the listings like garner some views, you know, because most people, they like wait a couple days after seeing a listing that they want to place an order. So that's kind of my idea. Or I'll just post the listings when I get back so that, you know, if somebody actually places an order, I can either make it or ship it out right away. I haven't decided yet, but I do have to like start making some listings still So that's what I'm gonna do for the rest of the night. I will catch up with you guys tomorrow. First things first, I got a lot of dumplings done. So this is what my dumplings look like. Should I add a little mouth? I feel like I should, but I kind of also like it like just like this. Maybe I'll do both. So I made 3 of these ones with the little, just the little blush and the eyes, and then I made 2 more with this, like this little face. I don't know what this is called, but I think they're really cute with this little like embroidered face. I'm also gonna do some that are like sleeping, so like they have that kind of like U-shaped eye, so I think that'll be cute too. And I have those dumplings like with me already. I already like closed them up. I just need to add like faces on them. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more like dumplings that I need to add faces on, and these are all going to be embroidered faces instead of the safety eye face. But yeah, I'm finished 5 so far, and 5 more are about to be finished. I don't know if I'm going to finish them today or tomorrow morning. We'll see how tired I am. And then I finished up my 2 little pigeons. So these are what they look like. I'm not like super happy with the mouth, but I don't really know how to fix it. I think the beaks are like fine. It makes it look like a pigeon, but they're not like my favorite mouth. So I don't know, maybe I'll try a different style mouth if I make a 3rd one. I usually like to make things in groups of 3, so maybe I'll make it a different mouth, or try at least. I made like 3 more mini whales. I've just been throwing this in this tiny bucket, but I've made like 3 more mini whales, and then like 2 more leggy frogs, and then I'm working on the booty turtles. So I have these like green ones that I want to make, and I just finished the shell, but obviously I still have to like weave in the ends and stuff, so that's not done, but I did work on it. And then last thing I wanted to show you was the bunny I was working on. This is the body of the bunny. I sewed the head onto the body, and I need to sew the ears on. Originally I was gonna just crochet the ears on, but then I realized in the pattern, the way it's written, like where you're putting the ears is in relation to the eyes, and I wanted to glue the eyes on, so I didn't put the eyes in, which meant I couldn't put the ears in. So I am needing to sew the ears on instead of crocheting them on, but it's okay. I'm hoping the amount of yarn I left is enough for me to sew it on. We'll see. But this just looks like a little like body, like a person. It's kind of cute. But I was going to make it a raincoat. I don't know if I still have time to make a raincoat, so I might just do like bows, or I don't know, maybe a raincoat is doable. We'll see. If you recall, the little froggy from my last video added a little tiny smile onto his face, and I think these ones I'm going to charge $8. But does that make sense? Because this would be 8, and then this would also be 8, but it's way bigger. So maybe I might make this 10 because it's the same size as my mini octos. That might be a good idea, actually. Either 8 or 10. We'll see. Hey guys, it's the next day. It is Thursday. So I have 2 days before the markets, and I'm just doing like last minute crocheting right now. And originally I had a lot to do. Like I had a lot I wanted to do this morning, but I didn't get any of it done. I crocheted very little. I was just doing a lot of like other errands I had to do. I had to call a bunch of like customer service things. It was just like not a very fun morning for me. So all I really did do was embroider a couple more faces onto my dumplings, and I was trying to figure out what other faces I could make, like I could add onto these dumplings other than the little like squirmish and then the regular like safety eye ones. And so I originally did like embroidered eyes, like the little longer style eyes, but it looked a little like ghouly, like Halloweeny, which I guess it's like almost Halloween season, but I'm not really trying to make like a Halloween dumpling. So I took that off, and then I tried to do like one side like winking, but this looks a little weird, doesn't it? I kind of want to like remove it. Like I thought it would look like he's like winking on one eye, but then like to me kind of just looks like a bunch of like random lines on a dumpling. I don't know. Should I keep it like this and see if anybody wants it? Just as a test to see, is this viable? But I don't really like it. I prefer the both eyes. So this one I added like a little dot versus like a full mouth. They're both cute. I don't know. Or I have a couple left and I'm like, should I just glue eyes in? Because I think this one is my favorite with the eyes, because I could also add a little blush to add some color, whereas this one, I don't know. I might guess I could put the blush here, but I don't know. Haven't decided yet. So I just put a couple faces on and then added the face to my bunny. One step closer to being done. I need to sew the ears and then make her a raincoat, and then she'll be done. So I'm excited. I haven't decided how much to price her. Oh my gosh, she looks so funny without ears. But I haven't decided how much to price her yet. I didn't time myself making it because I thought I would have time to make two, and I usually like to time myself on the second make instead of the first, because the first usually takes quite a little bit because you're like learning the pattern. But I didn't think I have time, so I don't know how much to price her at. I'll just figure it out based on like size and approximate how much I think, how long I think it took me. But yeah, I will hopefully when I get home tonight sew the ears on and then make the raincoat so that I can properly put her away. I also have to go to Target and get another plastic bin because I have no more bins, and so now all my complete crochet plushies are just like in a shopping bag that I have on the side of my bed. And obviously I can't transport the plushies like that, so I do have to buy another bin at Target. And then I also need to go to Michael's because look at my freaking E6000. Like this is the state of it. And it's got like this, the material is so like it's so like stiff that I can't even squish it anymore. So I mean I still am gonna finish whatever's left in here, but I need to get another one. And yeah, that was basically all I got done. Hello, it is time for my update. It's 1 a.m. and I usually crochet till a lot later in the night, but I'm calling it a night early because I'm sleepy, my head really hurts, and yeah, those are my two justifications for calling it a night. But I just wanted to let you guys know that I really got not that much done. Who's surprised? Nobody. But I did want to jump on because I have some things that I did do. So first of all, I realized I don't have that many mushy boys, and usually they're never like my bestseller. Like people like them, but they always like end up grabbing like a chick instead or something like that. But I realized I only had 7. So I decided I needed to make a couple more. Boop. Made this little guy. He's so cute. I get why people love him, because I love him too. So cute. Just made the red one. I'm currently working on my second one, but I want to make maybe like 5 more mushy boys, and I think I can do that by Saturday. So I think it's an easy goal for me to hit, since you know I already finished one and it didn't take me that long. Halfway through this one I just have to burn the eyes, which is what is always holding me back. So like I need to burn the eyes for this guy, for this mallard, for this chickie, I like to do them all at once because I like to do it like next to my vent so that I'm not like breathing it in, but it makes it so that I'm lazy to walk over to the vent to burn my eyes. So yeah, I am the bottleneck and I also knew that. So that's everything that I did. And then for my booty turtles, I finished crocheting the shells as well as, I said that kind of weird, as well as weaving in the ends and like sealing them. So my booty turtles shells are ready. I just need to cut these strings off, obviously, and then I'll have 3 more booty turtles to add to my inventory, and then I'm gonna stop it there. Originally I wanted to do 6, but I think I have enough for the market. Like I really don't think I'm gonna sell, what was it, 12 booty turtles? Maybe I will, but I want to work on other things right now, so 12 it is. And then the last thing I wanted to show you was that I was debating whether or not I wanted to make keychains, because I usually never sell keychains at my events. I just am lazy to like hook it on a keychain. Now that I'm, you know, doing it for like an outdoor market, I figured keychains would be maybe a good idea. So I was like, oh, of course, a strawberry is an easy thing. Everybody loves strawberries and they are easy to make. So I found this pattern online on Instagram. It's a free pattern for like a mini strawberry. So I made this and I did it with the yarn under method. I usually yarn over when I crochet, but everybody always texts me when I'm recording. It's crickets like every other time, but when I'm recording it always goes off. Anyway, so I yarn undered for this because with acrylic yarn I feel like you can see the holes between stitches a lot easier if you're like yarning over versus yarn under. Anyway, so I yarn under for my first keychain and it turned out like this. I think it's cute, but it's small. I didn't tie myself, but I'm assuming I would charge like $12 for something like this, or like 10 to 12, I don't know. And then I was like, okay, I made it with yarn under. Let me just see the size difference if I just did it regularly, yarning over. And I know for a fact it would take me less time to make because yarn under actually takes me a lot longer to like finish a project because of the way you have to like twist your hands versus a yarn over. It's why I prefer yarn over. I don't really get the argument like yarn under is better, whatever. Like do whatever you want is my thought process. But so I made it with yarn over, the second one, and you can see the size difference pretty clearly. Like it's a lot smaller, and I'm like, I'm sure somebody would be much more willing to pay 12 for this versus this. So I'm like, should I just yarn over? And I don't think you can oh, why am I moving my I don't think you can see the gaps or any of the stuffing, which is good. So I think it's fine. I think I can yarn over and make these keychains. But yeah, I actually made keychains a long time ago, so I already had like this bag of keychains because when I first started to crochet, I wanted to add stuff onto my bags. So this is just the black bag I own, and I made this keychain like when I first started to crochet. So in my opinion, it looks a little goofy. Like it looks really fat and like bulbous compared to like the leaves, but I mean, does it actually look a lot better now, or am I just like trying to gas myself up? I think it still looks good. Everybody likes my strawberry on this bag because obviously it's a pop of color against the black. So I feel like people would want these, but truthfully, every time I watch like market videos, I don't, or maybe I'm just forgetting, but I never remember if people sell keychains well, but we'll see. I also have to time myself to make sure $12 is a good price. Obviously, if it takes me a lot longer to make and it actually has to be like $15, I'm probably not gonna make keychains because I don't know how many, if a lot of people are willing to pay $15 for a keychain, for like a small one at that. But I was just thinking about it. I keep dropping them. I think that's a sign that I need to go shower and sleep. So I'm gonna do that. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow morning. I'm probably not gonna get anything done because I have a concert to go to. I know, concert right before my market, but it's Kehlani. She's one of my favorite artists. I have to go see Kehlani, that's it. Even if it's the day before my market and I should be prepping and doing all this and that, I'm not. I'm gonna be singing along to all her songs. Today was basically my last night to crochet, essentially. I'm obviously gonna crochet at the market, but I don't know how much I'm gonna get done or if, like, how much yarn I'm gonna bring or anything. We'll see. Hey guys, it's the morning of my market and I'm currently in the car waiting for my sister. She's gonna drive and she's gonna drive us to the park where the market is being held at. Sorry, I feel like I'm getting like really distracted by people walking by the car. Yeah, I'm excited for the market. It's my first one. Today was really hectic. I had to drive to my sister because we don't live together, but I was stuck on the highway for like 10 minutes. Like every single person was stuck, nobody could move, so I assume that like the cops or something like stopped all traffic. So I'm really late now because I was stuck on the highway for an extra like 20 minutes, which meant like I would have been at the venue by now. Well, not venue, the park. But yeah. And then I had to load everything myself this morning because nobody was at home with me to help. So kind of a hectic morning, but yeah, I'm excited. Hopefully it goes well. I do have a lot less time to set up now. I think I only have like an hour, but I think it should be okay because I'm not building like my big grid setup, and usually the grids are what takes me like forever because like snapping them on takes me so long. But because this time I'm not using that many grids, I think it should be okay. But yeah, coffee time and hoping everything goes well. I will try to film me setting up, but I think it might be kind of difficult because I don't have a tripod and I would probably have to put my phone on like somebody else's table, but I kind of don't want to risk it getting stolen. So we'll see what I could get. If not, I'll just show you guys like my final table setup after it's ready. And let's hope I make a ton of sales. See you there. Hey guys, so this is my update for the market. I didn't really film much besides like my table setup and like the items on my table today, just because I had some friends visit me and my mom came as well, and so I was just chatting with them, chatting with some customers. So I really didn't film anything during the market, but maybe tomorrow I'll try to give like an update midday. But today was okay. It wasn't like amazing or anything. There were a lot of like lookers, so the area that we were doing the market in is very touristy, but like it's like a very expensive area, so I think maybe plushies weren't what the people who were walking by like necessarily wanted. But you know, I really wasn't expecting anything. I had no expectations for this market since it's my first outdoor one. I mainly just wanted to see like what it was like to vend at an outdoor market and see what people liked, because usually at these like conventions that I'm doing, it's very hard for me to gauge what people want if like almost everything sells out, you know. But yeah, I did make back the table, so that's great. So the next, I think today I already had a little bit of profit, but tomorrow will all be profit, which is great. I'm happy that I was able to cover the table cost, so you know, I broke even. I know there were a couple vendors that I was talking to who really didn't make that many sales at all today, which really sucked. I felt sorry for them. So I do think I was lucky in that people just like wanted to buy a couple things from my table. So yeah, hoping tomorrow is better, but then usually I think Saturdays are usually the better date, but we'll see how it goes, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, vlogging. I'm trying to vlog at the market. We already set up, but it's so sunny that I'm like hiding the phone, inside my little like cubby because it's so sunny. I'm like dying of heat right now, and the sun is like directly only at my booth. Everybody else's booth is covered by shade but mine, but yeah. Oh wait, customers are here.
Just a quick reminder, there is another stage across the way. If you cross the street that way, past the subway station, there's going to be some bands playing over there. They have free Coca-Cola and free vitamin water.
Hello, we are back in my room, and I'm ready to recap this market. It's been 2 days. I just needed to like redo my inventory real quick and then figure out how much I actually made before I sat down with you guys, but I figured it all out, so I am ready to do the recap. So yeah, let's get into it. The market was a 2-day event. It went from 2 to 8 p.m. both Saturday and Sunday, and setup was from 12:30 to 2. You had to be ready by 2. Overall, the event went okay. I did a little better than I thought I did, but I'll get into it. It felt really slow at the market because there were a ton of lookers. Like, the area that we're in is in a touristy area of New York. A lot of tourists go and visit there, and so we were set up like in the park right around that area. So there were a lot of tourists and New Yorkers like just walking around, but most of them would stop by, maybe chat a little bit and then leave. Like, there was a lot of that all weekend. So I think it felt very slow to me, but the numbers they're not amazing, but I did a little bit better than I thought I did. And I'm really like grateful for that, because I know a lot of other vendors that I was talking to didn't make a lot of money, especially if they were in like inside the park. There was even less traffic because like you're actually in the park, versus I was on the sidewalk. I think I paid a little bit extra to be on the sidewalk, but paying that extra amount I think really helped me because I got a lot more traffic that way, so I was able to make some sales. But I think if I was actually like a booth in the park, it might have been a different story. If you saw my like my earlier the texting, my expenses ended up being a lot lower because both my parents came to visit me at my booth, and they brought food both days, so I didn't pay that much for food. All I did was buy coffee for me and my sister, who's my helper. So my expenses ended up a little bit lower, but the table cost was $232, I believe, for both days, aka like $115 per day. And I made in revenue just over $1,000. At first I was sitting there, I was like, oh, maybe I wouldn't do this market again. I probably would if I didn't have anything around this time period. So like if I needed another event to fill my schedule, to sell plushies, you know, they're piling up in my room, I probably would do it again because I did break $1,000 in revenue, but it wouldn't be my go-to. Like if I had another event I wanted to go to, I would go to that one instead if I knew it would like bring slightly better results for me. However, not the event coordinators were really nice. They like got everything set up for me really easily. Like there was no issues with the vendors. I think it's just like there wasn't that much traffic that weekend, and you know, it's hard to predict turnout. Apparently though, I was talking to another vendor, she said these event coordinators also do the same market in the spring, same location, and she did way better at that event than this one. So, you know, who knows? It could be just that fluke weekend, you know. But it was fun. I'm glad. It was my first market experience. I had really no issues with the event coordinators. They were really sweet, and they were handing out like, oh, I think you actually hear in my clip, they were, I think they partnered with Coke and vitamin water. I could be wrong, but they partnered, or they were there and they were handing out free drinks, and they came by, you know, checking to make sure we were okay. So I'm really like grateful to them, and like based on them alone, I am appreciative of the coordinators. And then I just wanted to go through some bestsellers for me. Let me see. As predicted, I didn't really sell any of my big ticket item, what am I trying to say? I did not sell any of my high ticket priced items besides one, but that I sold to my dad, so does it count? I don't know. He bought the Snorlax, by the way, but I don't really count it because it's to family, but I did sell one. But other than him, I didn't sell any of my high ticket items. So on Square, it said the average amount spent was like $25, which adds up. I sold a ton of booty turtles. I think I brought 11 and I left with 3, so I sold 8. That was my bestseller of the weekend. People loved the booty turtles. I think I would have sold more if I had more of the green and brown variation. I had a ton of the mushroom color and then colorful shell, but I think if I had more of the green brown variation, I would have sold more. Those ones like sold right away for me. So now I know in the future I should focus on those first and then work on the like colorful ones after. My second bestseller were my mini Kirby's. I had that in my last video. If you wanted to watch that, I will link it in the cards somewhere. But I made 6 mini Kirby's and I left with 1. So I definitely have to make more for my next event. I do have to buy those eyes. I still haven't purchased it because I couldn't find any listings that only had that size eye that I want. So I think I'm just gonna have to buy the set again, but it's okay. You know, I'm sure I'll figure out a way to use those eyes someday. But yeah, those were my bestsellers, I think. So for my top 3, my third bestseller was actually my dumplings. Oh, they're actually like right there. I have a couple here. But yeah, they were my bestseller, which is surprising because I've brought them to my other events and they do end up selling, but they don't like fly off. They just like, you know, some people find them, they want them. A lot of people didn't know they were dumplings, which, you know, fair enough. But, and so they're always like, they're trying to like sit them upside down when like that top bit is kind of like, that's the top of the dumpling. But yeah, so those were my top 3 sellers. Surprisingly, not a lot of people bought my chicks. I made a lot of yellow chicks because those usually are fan favorite, but I only sold 1. So that's surprising. And then I actually had somebody come up to my table, and she has like a kind of like a specialty store in Boston, and so she bought 8 of my plushies to like display at her store, basically like a wholesale order. And so she got 3 chickens, each in a different color. She got 3 leggy frogs, and she bought my 2 remaining porgs. If you also watched my Fan Expo Boston vlog, those porgs were kind of hard for me to push out, so I was really happy that she bought my remaining 2. I have no more porgs in my inventory, and I probably won't make more for the time being. But yes, she bought 8 plushies, and so I gave her a discount because she purchased so many plushies. I gave her a 15% discount, and she ended up paying like almost just short of $150 for the 8 items. So yeah, she ended up being like one of the reasons why I made an okay amount of money and like covered my booth. Overall, a good first like outdoor experience. It's also so funny, like I tried so hard to vlog at the event and the only clip I got was me complaining about the heat. To be fair, that was like occupying my mind at that point because we were setting up in the sun. It was so hot, and then we're sitting in the sun. Like I couldn't get a break from the sun, and I didn't have a hat, sunglasses, nothing. So that was all I could think about. And so that's all I ended up vlogging, but I promise, you know, more went on at the market. I do have to get better at vlogging like during the event. I feel like that's what makes these like vlogs more fun, is when you're getting live updates. I'll be more proactive about it at my next event. But yeah, that was my recap for this event. Would I do again? Yes, if I don't have anything else. Or maybe, you know, I'll try their spring market, since somebody told me, you know, the other vendors told me like that one went a lot better for them. Also, just remembering, like there were a bunch of crochet booths at this market. I think there were like 4 other people other than me, so 5 total. There were different styles of crochet. There was an artist who did like blankets mainly, and then there were 2 other ones that did acrylic yarn amigurumi, and then there was one other who did plush yarn like me. So there was competition, obviously, but I don't know if it affected my sales. It probably did, but hard to tell, you know? I did see some people carrying octos from the other booths, so I didn't really sell that many octos because they were also selling their octos for cheaper than mine, which fair enough, you know, everybody prices their crochet their own way. And, you know, octos are octos. But yeah, something to keep in mind was that there were a lot of other crochet booths there. Okay, and then that's probably how I'm gonna end this video. I hope you have a lovely day, and I will see you guys soon.